Hello again. On behalf of Firefly Ministry, I want to welcome you to our preview of this week's message. We hope that you're having a very good and that you're having a very blessed week. You know, the other day I was doing some research on the internet when I came across a photo that really caught my attention. Now, the reason it caught my attention was because of the unusual nature of the photo. It was a picture of 3 cheetahs and a gazelle. As I looked at it, I thought how beautiful it was to see this unusual pairing. But there was something strange and maybe a little disturbing about it. I couldn't decide if it was peaceful and calm or if there was something more ominous happening. That's when I paused to get the rest of the story. It's what led up to this moment that caused me to want to share it with you. In the few minutes just before the photographer shot this picture, this gazelle and her calf had been part of a small herd grazing, sunning, and sometimes playing on a hot, dry savanna in Africa. This grazing time is critical not only for food, but also as a source of water. You see, some gazelles live their entire life without drinking water. You may be wondering how that could be possible. Well, the water used by their bodies is extracted from the plants they feed on. But quite soon, everything would change. Lurking nearby in the tall grass was a coalition of cheetahs. Now, I didn't know until I started researching for this story, but that's what a group of cheetahs is called. They were stalking the herd for a week for an unsuspecting member that they could easily and quickly kill for lunch. It didn't take long for the coalition to single out a calf in the herd as their prey. And then the chase was on. Now, in a panic, the mother of the calf realized what was happening and instinctively sprang into action. In an instant, she inserted herself between the coalition and her calf. And rather than have them choose who to chase, her or her slower calf, she just stops the pursuit by standing still and surrendering, and thus letting her calf escape and live. It was at that very moment of surrender, the very moment just before her intentional sacrifice, that the photographer took this moving picture. Well, that's very much like the picture of the event in the life of Jesus described in this week's message entitled, The Final Entrance. This Sabbath, John Sieska will be our guest speaker. You'll no doubt recall that last week I mentioned Pastor Shelton was having surgery this week and would be away from the pulpit for quite a while. Well, Tuesday he had his surgery and he's now recovering at home. However, the nature of his surgery does necessitate a long recovery, so he will be absent from the pulpit until the beginning of February. We will certainly miss him, and our prayers will continue to be with him and Anita. We want to thank John for filling in this week and look forward to his message entitled, The Final Entrance. We also hope that your plans include joining us in our sanctuary this Sabbath. But if you can't do that, please plan on visiting with us either on YouTube or Facebook. And until then, have a blessed week.